Hey guys, it's Kathy Lacey here, and I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about mindset and this sweet essential oil blend called Abundance. But first, let me take you back to 2012. I had just joined this kick-ass community in Young Living, and I'm a few months in, and I qualified for the free monthly promo, which was Abundance. So, I'm just learning about the oils, I'm experiencing them, I'm playing with them. So it's always fun to learn something new. And this one was definitely a new one for me, something I would have never thought to get. So when I got it, I was like, oh, I gotta check it out. What's it good for? I look it up, and it's talking about raising your frequencies, law of attraction. And I'm like, I do this whole sideways dog head cock thing, go, what? Like, it was like a foreign language to me. But I was really thinking that maybe it was like a romance oil or something like that. I didn't care because I absolutely love the fragrance. So I just started wearing it every day. And the next thing that I know, I'm starting to see this law of attraction verbiage, and people are talking about it. And I'm hearing talk about energy, frequencies, and I was like, okay, this is really bizarre. I go from not even hearing or knowing about this to now it's in my experience almost on a daily basis. So to me, I'm like thinking, okay, I got to dig into this and see what it's about because this is really bizarre. So I did. I started, looking into it. I started listening to people talking on it, reading, researching, and I come to love everything that it's about because it's about positive mindset, you guys. And I love that. So, and I loved learning that, how everything is energy. Well, that even means that the words we write, what we talk about, what we feel, our emotions, like all of that is energy. And what we put out there, we get back. And so law of attraction is described as like attracts like, or another way I've heard it described as what you think about, speak about, and I'll throw in there what you feel about, you bring about. You bring that energy back to you. And so you know what, that goes both ways really. So there's some people that are listening to this are like, I totally know what that is. I apply it into my world every day. Right on, okay? There's other people who are like, I don't really know what that is. You're probably where I was once upon a time, right? And so maybe this is just part of your experience to it. And then there's that group of people who said, yeah, I tried that, and you know what? It didn't work for me. I thought I want this and this. I tried to attract whatever I want in my life, and it doesn't work. It never works. And so what I want to say about that is that your dominant belief, your dominant energy is that nothing works out for me. And so that's going to overshadow what you put out there, what you want, what your truth of who you are at the core, what you want in your life, that's hanging out here. But if your dominant belief, your dominant energy is, I can't, it never happens, whatever that negative talk is, that is going to be what you're going to attract, right? That's your main focus. So that's the energy that you're going to get back to you. And so what this is about is changing that habit mindset, because I know that there's a lot of you out there who may not even realize it, have that mindset. Whether you're, you say, okay, I'm going to think about these are the things I want in life. But then you're engaging in maybe gossip, negative self-talk. You see these things going on the TV. There's a lot of, negative things going out there on in the world. And that's where you're focusing your attention. Well, that's the kind of energy, that's what you're going to bring back to you in life. And so it's really getting the habit of changing that mindset and just start little by little changing it to start focusing on positive, focusing on what feels good. And then you're going to raise your frequency to that level of what you want. So let me describe it this way. Oh, someone used this great analogy, right? This analogy is that if you're listening to something on 102.7 on the radio, you're not going to hear what's going on 1070 AM, right? They're at two different frequencies. So you're putting out there, you're saying, okay, this is what I want in life. This is how I envision. This is my truth. Well, this is the life I'm meant to live, right? That's at this frequency right here. But then you got all this negative pattern going on around you. And it kind of sucks you in. And so you may be like sucking into that whole judgmental. You're angry about this. You're pissed about that. Just different things that are on the negative mindset. You're engaging in negative conversation, gossip, whatever it is. That negative self-talk that you do about yourself. That's hanging you down here. If you're hanging down here, that's your dominant energy. You're never, ever going to come up here and grasp on to what your truth is, to what your true being is saying. This is what I deserve in life. This is what I was here for. So it's all about changing that habit. You guys, that whole negative mindset going on, changing that habit in. Because even if like you're saying, okay, I've tried that. I've tried where I'm saying this is what I want in life, but you know what, it never works out. Well, the fact that you're focusing on that, you're never going to get it to work out. So instead, change that language to, this is what I'm focusing on for goodness in my life. And I am so excited to know that it's coming in perfect timing. So you feel that energy change? It's coming in perfect timing. Instead of, oh, it never works out for me. That never. This always goes wrong. People who talk most about illness get more of it. People talk most about doom and gloom, get more of it. Have you noticed that the people that are always upbeat and excited, they're getting more of that? You guys, there's a reason behind it. I'm telling you that law of attraction is as absolute as the law of gravity. It just is. You guys, check it out on your own. So, what I want to say about this, I could go on and on. This subject is so expansive, but what I want to say, you guys, I've applied things in my life, and I'm not telling you guys I'm perfect at this. I am still, applying things in my life. I'm changing habits, I'm changing mindset, and I'm getting little pieces of what I put out there. But I got this big, where I want to be. And I'm working my way at it to get my frequency there. And it's exciting. The journey going there is exciting. So I'm rambling on because I'm telling you, this subject's expansive. We can go on and on about it. But let me just leave you with a couple things that I do that really, really works to help change that habit. So first of all, I want to say, because I did this. I started wearing it every day and things started coming into my experience. I was like, wow. Because law of attraction works whether you're aware of it or not. So it's better to be aware of it. And just, if you feel yourself going down that negative slopey slope, recognize it and just shift to somewhere good. My husband and I, we do that with each other. So if one sees the other one doing it, we say, shift. That's all we have to say. Shift. And then, oh yeah, we got to go to a better place. Because we want to attract in our life what we want. So, first thing, you guys, abundance essential oil. Wear it every day. Diffuse it. Use intention. You guys, the oils that are in here, the blend that's in here, you guys can look it up. The blend that's in here, these oils will raise your frequency. They're going to help you get there. So use this every day. Okay, the next thing I want to say is, okay, wherever you are, stop. Okay, I'm talking about even if like you walk from one room to the next room. Stop, look around, and look at 10 things that you're grateful for, that make you smile, make you happy, make you feel cozy. Okay? And this is a habit, right? So this is part of the habit of getting you out of that negative mindset and into the positive mindset. So even if it's one room to the other, if you're in the car going from point A to point B, wherever it is, stop and look around and find 10 things that make you feel like that. I'm telling you guys, I love it. So especially if you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm in this mindset, like I'm feeling unhappy, I'm feeling sad, stop. Guys, the key is recognizing it, and that's what I'm getting really good at, is recognizing it and shifting. And so when I recognize that, because you know what, we're going to get contrast in our life, and appreciate that contrast as an indicator of what you're attracting, okay? Appreciate that and say, okay, there's my indicator. I need to shift to something that's more positive, okay? So then sit there and look. Even if you're in a place that you can't stand being, right? You could find 10 things to appreciate about it, to be grateful for. The key is finding that and building that positive muscle. Okay, so you guys can get attracting more to your truth. And that's what I'm working on, and it's just awesome bringing this into my world. And so that's what I want to share with you. These are just a couple things that I do. I know I'm going on and on. I'm going on almost 12 minutes now. I'm going to stop. But, you know, try that, you guys. Absolutely try it. If you guys want to get in touch with me, I love talking about this stuff. It's so cool. So get in touch with me, Kathy Lacey. I'll put my information down below so you can reach out to me if this is something that resonates with you and you want to learn more about it. I enjoy talking about it. So you guys have a good one, and I will hopefully connect with you. Take care.